A new video of growth traders. So in this video we shall be looking at our tomorrow's expiry trade plan. So yes, this is an expiry specific video where we shall be analyzing bank nifty and shall be planning out our trade setup for tomorrow. Okay, so let's get started without further delay. So you can see here first of all in our daily time frame, right? Let me first switch to the hourly. So you can see here that we have a decent term consolidation forming up, right? This is a sideways kind of a price action. So right from around this region, right from this false breakout, we can see that the institutional outflow has been quite large. The FIIs have been selling in huge quantity, and that has led to Bank Nifty underperforming other sectors. Right now, you can see that in our hourly time frame we got a proper consolidating price action today, right? So if I switch to the 15 minutes, this is what I'm talking about. This is a purely sideways movement, as it can be seen from here, right? So if I mark this to support and resistance levels, so this is a sideways price action. And there was, although the market was positive throughout the day, but the movement on the upside was very much weak. The bulls, the activity of the bulls were very weak, right? So you can see here that in the first 15 minutes candle there was a fall of about 240 points, but the price recovered. The price made a 5-minute candlestick of about 360 points, right? So let me just switch to the 5 minutes. This is what I'm talking about. There was a very quick recovery once the price moved below the mark of 42,840. It made a low of intraday low of about 42,720. Right now, what I'm trying to explain here is, although the bulls below this support zone are quite strong, the price is not breaking this level, right? It has not been able to sustain below the mark of 42 41,900 and 41,800, right? This was the last time the price tried to go below it, but it recovered. And this time as well the price formed a triple bottom kind of a pattern, and it's heading higher. But the activity, the follow through momentum we are expecting on the upside, that is actually quite weak here, right? This is a sideways price action that the price formed after recovering from these lows. Right now, what I would like to point out here is that the short term trend is still on the weaker side, right? And the institutional outflow has been quite strong, right? So tomorrow, if the price, right, it opens flat around this level, and we shall be observing the first 5 to 10 minutes momentum. If it is on the selling side, right, if the price quickly breaks the mark of 40 to 100 followed by 42,000, right, these two are the very crucial levels for tomorrow. If these get broken with a strong momentum, then we can actually witness a major breakdown in Bank Nifty, right? So that is the plan here. You should be observing the first 15 to 20 minutes price action. So if that is strongly downtrending, then there is a high possibility of a good breakdown movement. Once the price breaks this low of 41,800, then there is a very good chance of 300 to 400 point intraday fall. Yes, guys, this is a high risk reward trade setup I'm talking about. The chances of it are a bit low. Why is it so? Because the overall the global markets are pretty bullish. We have to look at the US market tonight as well in order for us to plan on this trade. But what I'm trying to say here is, if in case the first 15 to 20 minutes momentum is strong, then there's a high possibility of a good fall. As you can see here, this was a same kind of a trade plan that was executed here. The first 15 minutes the price fell by 230 points, and there was a very strong follow through, right? Now, below the mark of 41,800, right? Now if I switch to the hourly, right, so you can see here, if the price manages to break this mark, right, I'll just remove the drawings first. Just a second. Yep. So if the price manages to break this low, right, and sustain below it, if the price falls here and now it undergoes a proper breakdown and a retest, then the price is definitely going to fall, right? If I show you the daily time frame, there is no major support zone here, right? If I remove the drawings again, you can see here that this is the support zone I'm talking about. This is the one, right? This is a major CIP zone. This is a breakout zone. That's what I'm talking about. The price previously broke it, it retested it, and again it is trading near this level only. Now if it gets broken, then you can see that there was a prior consolidation zone here, so the price can easily reach this level, right? That can be our positional target for bank nifty. So yes, that is why I'm stressing out on tomorrow's price action, since today the activity from the bulls were very weak, and for the past few trading sessions price has been falling quite strongly, right? That is the reason, if we witness a breakdown from here, then the price is definitely reaching 40,800 to 40,700 in the upcoming few trading sessions, right? There is a support at around the 41k mark, right? 41k is also an important support, and you also have this 100 period exponential moving average in our daily, right? So that is the bearish plan if the price gives a good fall in the initial market minutes. Okay, now if in any case the price, just one second, yeah, yeah, so now if in any case the price does not undergo any fall, right, then just wait for the price to consolidate and eventually break out this today's intraday high. That is around the mark of 42,300. Then we can expect to see the target of 42,600. That is around 300 to 400 points if I'm not wrong, right? So 380 points, that can also be possible if the momentum on the upside is strong, right? And in that case what you will have is a double bottom kind of a structure, right? So that indeed also looks very promising. You can see this is what I'm talking about. If the price eventually reaches out this mark, then from here there is a good possibility of a continued momentum on the upside, right? So that can also happen tomorrow, right? So it all depends upon the small intraday range that was created today. So yes, again I'll mark this is what I'm talking about, this range, right? This is the most important for tomorrow. If this range high gets broken, that is 42,300 gets broken with a strong volume and momentum, then there is a possibility of a 200 to 300 point movement on the upside. And if it gets broken down, right, then we can plan for a very high risk reward setup, right? So the first target can obviously be this mark of 41,800, right? That is a very small target, to be honest, but if the momentum continues, right, then a major fall is very much possible in bank nifty. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to say. If you look at the chart of nifty, right, so again, Nifty is also quite weak, especially today. The price action was very weak in Nifty as opposed to Bank Nifty. You can see here that Nifty also formed some kind of a range, and if it gets broken on the downside, then there is a possibility of a good fall in Nifty as well. If it gets broken out, then again the targets can be till these marks, right? So obviously, both indices are at a very crucial level. If again you can see here nifty, if nifty breaks this support, right, 17,800, if price breaks 17,800, then 17,500 is definitely near, guys. I am going to stress on that. It will eventually reach 17,500 if 17,800 is broken tomorrow, right? So that's actually a positional target that I'm talking about, right? And obviously, since the bank nifty has been underperforming for the past few sessions, so there is a strong possibility of a similar kind of a fall. If nifty falls, then bank nifty is definitely going to be weak, right? That is the bearish plan That is the plan for the bears especially. Again, I have also talked about the bullish plan for tomorrow. If the market wants to remain in a range, that is also a possibility, especially if the market is sustaining above 42,000. There is a possibility of a range bound price action in the first market half, right? There could be the price trading in this range, maybe making a low or a high. Then eventually what we can plan is to probably wait for an intraday range breakout in the second half, and we can trade that movement. And obviously that movement should be a bit trending, right? So since the market is actually trading at a major area, that is why a trending movement is possible, on both the directions. And to be honest, considering the FII selling for the past few sessions, I am actually biased on the bearish side. So I will be more comfortable if the price gives a breakdown, and I'll happily capture it. For bulls, yep, there is also a hope, because the US markets have stabilized. Even Bank Nifty, it has given a decent recovery from the intraday low. That is a sign of, this 41,800 area being a very strong support, right? So obviously if this support gets breached, then there is a strong probability of a fall, right? Now let's look at the index heavyweights, right? So HDFC Bank, you can see here HDFC Bank also, it gave a breakdown, and today it retested it moved up quite a lot, and currently trading at this previous support zone, right? So from here there is a possibility of a fall or an upward movement. Both is possible. If this turns out to be a false breakdown, then obviously there is going to be a strong movement on the upside as well. SBI is also at a similar kind of a range, similar kind of a position. You can see the price tested this resistance and went down, and again it tried to test it, and still it did not manage to sustain above it. So again, still now the momentum here is not clear. If it clearly breaks this last low, then there is obviously going to be a big fall here as well. Okay, so if we look at ICICI Bank, right, here also the structure is very weak, to be honest. If this low gets breached, then obviously price is heading down. If we look at Kotak Bank as well, Kotak Bank has also been pretty weak, right? You can see here this is a downtrend, and again below this low there is a possibility of a fall. So yes, all these banks are actually having a short-term downtrend, right? And a trend reversal is quite difficult at this point because of the FII selling. But yes, if it is if there is a trend reversal that is coming in the market, then probably we shall witness a sideways price action for at least a few more trading sessions. Then we can expect an upside. So yes, tomorrow's movement is very much important for the entire market. All right. Again, if we look at the IT sector, again this is the major influencer when it comes to Nifty. So IT sector, again, it has not been able to get out of this range. Today also it tried to uh, trade near this resistance level, but was sold off. You can see here even TCS post the results. You can see that there was a gap filling, and TCS is actually looking quite strong. If it manages to sustain above today's high, then there is a possibility of a higher up move, right? Infosys, here again the price action looks quite weak. Why is it so? Because this is the prior resistance zone. Just one second. Yeah, now the price is trying to form a double top here, and eventually if it breaks this low, then there is going to be a fall from here. All right, so obviously what I'm trying to say here again is markets are at a crucial level, and do not miss the movement on either side. If you get a trending movement, especially in the first few minutes of the market, right? Bank Nifty definitely requires our focus for tomorrow because it is trading at a very important area. Okay, so I hope you had an idea of tomorrow's expiry trade plan. Now let's have a look at a few stock setups. So today we have traded NMDC. NMDC gave an absolutely amazing movement. You can see here it was up by about 5% if I'm not wrong. So the just wait just a minute. If I switch to the 5 minutes, this was our entry at this point, and we have been able to capture the movement till around here. So that is about to 1.8%, right? So that's actually a very large movement. So NMDC it traded well. Now again, if I were to talk about the upcoming setups, then Hind Copper definitely looks really great. You can see this is has to be the most bullish chart. You can see the weekly time frame looks good. The price has broken out this resistance area and it can reach 135 to 140 level in the upcoming few weeks. If I show you the daily, even the daily looks good. There has been a strong follow through momentum, right? This volumes are looking great. Today's candle has been able to sustain above this resistance area. Today was it was up by about 1.8%. If you look at the 15 minutes price action, now this is where what I the major trade setup lies. You can see that the price created this kind of a pattern. It has closed almost near the day high. It has broken the day high at the last few minutes, and obviously this is a closing that we were expecting here, and this should definitely lead the prices higher tomorrow. So yes, we can actually expect a good gap up in Hindustan Copper, followed by a good up move. So yes, it depends. If we get a very good gap up, then probably the prices may remain range bound. But if the price opens flat, then there is a possibility of the breakout of this previous high and a strong upward movement, right? So similar to NMDC, Hindustan Copper is looking really great. In fact, all the metals are looking great. If you look at the chart of Nifty Metal, this is what I'm trying to show you. Nifty Metal has been pretty bullish today. Overall sector candle does not look great, but if you look at Hindalco went up strongly. It was up by 3%. Vedanta was up, right? NMDC, and then you have Tata Steel. Tata Steel did not sustain the gap up. It almost closed flat. This is what I'm talking about. It closed with no gains at all, right? But here as well, there is a very strong possibility of a breakout, right? Even Indigo gave a nice movement intraday. You can see here, Indigo was up by about 3%, right? Especially in the last few minutes it was up. Why I'm saying Indigo can give good returns is because it has formed a nice price action pattern, right? Here you can see there has been a rise in the volume as well, and we can obviously expect a follow through from here, right? So it looks good in all the time frames. It has broken out this trend line as well, you can see, right? And it is heading higher. So yes, it has also broken this major resistance zone, and one can create some positional cash positions here, right? And also if you get a continued intraday momentum, then you can trade that in options as well. Okay, so that was Indigo. Then you have your Sun Pharma, right? Sun Pharma and all, they have also been doing pretty well, right? You can see here that if I show you the chart of the hourly time frame, this is trading at a major area again, right? It is closing in right near this resistance zone, and once this gets broken, then the target of this, right, 1055 to 60, that can easily get fulfilled if the momentum continues on the upside, right? Again, so this is also looking pretty great. If I draw a trend line from this high, right, so at least you can expect a move till this trend line, so that turns out to be around 1037 to 38, right? And beyond this there can be a good upside movement, right? So again, Sun Pharma looks great. Dr. Reddy, just a minute, I'll have a look at this as well. No, this is not the one I was talking about. Again, otherwise, try to trade these setups. There are a few farmer stocks which are doing well. Then you have these metal stocks that are doing well, right? So try to capture those movements. M&M also is at a major area, right? So you can expect it to reach the all-time high pretty soon. SBI Life, right? SBI Life, this is what I'm talking about. SBI Life was actually down today, but this recently broke this previous resistance area, and if it again gains some momentum and breaks this previous high, then there is a possibility of a good movement. Even HDFC Life, right? HDFC Life also probably went down, but see here the short term trend looks good, and this is just a retracement. It formed a doji candle in our daily, and if we get a momentum on the upside again, then above this last high we can go long, right? So all these are looking decent enough for the short term, right? You can try to trade this movements. I have the link of our Telegram channel in the description. Just join this for such amazing trade setups on a daily basis, especially in the market hours, right? So these trade setups can turn out to be really great if traded properly, right? So I hope this video helped you guys. If you want to join our price action course, all the details are in the description. Thank you guys. See you guys in our next video.